Morning everybody, and I welcome everyone to the 8th meeting of the 2020 of the Delegated Powers and Law Reform Committee. I know quite a few of us are new members here. So the first item in the agenda is declaration of interest. And in accordance with Section 3 of the Code of Conduct, I invite Bill Bowman, in the first place, to declare any interest relevant to the remit of this committee.
Thank you. I have no interest relevant to the remit of this committee.
Thank you very much for that. And can I also invite Gordon Lyndhurst to declare any relevant interests?
Thank you. My interests are set out in the Register of Interests.
Okay, thanks very much. And because I'm a new member, then I should declare also, and I would refer the members in the committee and the public to my members of interest that are recorded, and I have nothing further to say on that. Item 2 of the agenda is the choice of convener, and the Parliament has agreed that only members of the Conservative Party are eligible for nomination as convener to this committee. That being the case, I seek nominations for the position of convener.
I nominate Bill Bowman.
And is the committee satisfied with that nomination? Content with that. Thank you very much for that. Now, the committee has appointed Bill Bowman to become our convener, and now I'm going to suspend the meeting to allow me to demit this seat and allow Bill Bowman to take over in his rightful place. So we'll suspend the meeting for a short period of time. Thank you.
Thank you. I would just like to say I'm delighted to be appointed convener of the committee, and would like to thank those who have left the committee, Graham Simpson and Tom Arthur, for their sterling service to the committee, and welcome, apart from myself, our new members Gordon Lyndhurst and Gil Patterson, who will bring, I'm sure, a wealth of knowledge and experience to us. Also to mention our continuing members, Mary Fee and Stuart McMillan, who's not able to be here today, who will carry on, no doubt, in the same manner as they did in the past. Moving on then to the third item of business on the agenda is to propose that the committee takes item 7 in private, as this involves consideration of a future report. The report will be published when agreed. Does the committee agree to take item 7 in private? Thank you. Now, under agenda item 4, we are considering an instrument subject to the affirmative procedure. No points have been raised on the draft UEFA European Championship Trading and Advertising Scotland Regulations 2020. Is the committee content with this instrument? Thank you. Agenda item 5, instruments subject to negative procedure. We have the Public Health, etc. Scotland Act 2008, Notifiable Diseases and Notifiable Organisms Amendment Regulations 2020, which is SSI 2020/51. This instrument relates to the infectious disease coronavirus, which, as we all know, is an international public health concern. The instrument adds COVID-19, a strain of coronavirus, to the list of notifiable diseases and notifiable organisms in Schedule 1 of the Public Health, etc. Scotland Act 2008. This means that if a registered medical practitioner in Scotland suspects that a patient may have this strain of coronavirus, they are now under a legal duty to notify their health board. The health board is then under a duty to notify the NHS Common Services Agency. Similarly, if a diagnostic laboratory in Scotland identifies a coronavirus 2019 organism, it is now under a legal duty to report this to the health board and to the CSA. This instrument was laid before the Parliament on 21st February 2020. It came into force the next day. Now, this does not comply with the requirement that at least 28 days should elapse between the laying of an instrument which is subject to the negative procedure and the coming into force of that instrument. The committee is therefore required, under standing orders, to draw the instrument to the attention of the Parliament under reporting ground J for failing to comply with the requirements of Section 28(2) of the Interpretation and Legislative Reform Scotland Act 2010. Does the committee therefore wish to draw this instrument to the attention of the Parliament under reporting ground J? Great. Thank you. The committee also looks at the Scottish Government's reasons for the breach, which in this case are set out in a letter to the presiding officer dated 21 February 2020. It explains that bringing these regulations into force immediately will allow the health service in Scotland to quickly respond to the new strain of coronavirus. Is the committee content with the reasons given for the failure to comply with Section 28? Yes. Thank you. No points have been raised on SSIs 2020, 26, 30, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 54, 55, 56. Is the committee content with these instruments? Content. Thank you. Does the committee also wish to note that SSI 20/30 rectifies an error that the committee previously reported in Regulation 1.2 of the National Health Service Superannuation Scheme Miscellaneous Amendments Scotland Regulations 2017? Yes? Yes. Thank you. Moving to item 6. Agenda item 6 is consideration of an instrument not subject to any parliamentary procedure. No points have been raised on SSI 2020-49. Is the committee content with this instrument? Content. Thank you. Now move the meeting into private session. Thank you.